Welcome, gathered friends, and thank you for joining us once again as we light the lantern and begin another adventure. Tonight, we will be playing It Waits for No One, a modern fantasy tale. My name is Archangelic, or Mal, and my pronouns are she, her, and tonight I will be your game master. So let's go ahead and introduce our players. First of all,
Hi everyone, I'm Percival or Abhilasha. I am a writer, I am a TTRPG player, some very occasionally DM, and I'm playing your resident lesbian fuckboy, half demon, who's currently having to deal with some very sticky issues involving her mom's, Anjum, Argent Khan.
Liz.
I don't remember which mic I was using. Hey, y'all, I'm Liz. I will be playing Claudio Juarez, your slightly frantic, very tall dwarf, who apparently just made a deal with a giant statue from before time to bring him some good-ass churros.
Nico.
That's the best kind of deal to make. Hi, I'm Nico. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Leihoku, pronouns she, her, your resident anxious magical cat herder, essentially, given the composition of our group and the coven she steers. So, glad to be back.
And Soliloquy.
Hi, friends. Welcome back. Sorry we were out for the month of April. I was having the absolute worst allergies of my life, but I'm doing better now. So if you don't know me, my name is Soliloquy or Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me most places online as FatSapphicBro. I'll be playing your favorite himbo stoner, Damian Alma, they, he pronouns, who is a ghost bud tender who doesn't do much and still just wants to find his body. Will it ever happen? Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There's a link to our link tree in the chat right now. You can click on that. It'll take you to all of our various social media pages so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. Thanks for joining us for It Waits for No One, a modern fantasy tale. This is our Cypher System actual play. We stream this game most Mondays from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. We built the world collaboratively using, I'm sorry, did you say street magic? And that world building session is available as a Patreon exclusive and can be unlocked at any of the paid tiers. And our paid tiers start at $1, so check that out if you're interested. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e actual play set in Mal's homebrew world. Now that our Girl by Moonlight season 1 is over, starting this week on most Tuesdays, we'll be streaming Appetites, our new Monster Hearts 2 actual play, from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. This game is going to be dark and sexy and steamy. It'll contain a lot of content around the themes of horror, gore, sex, sexuality, and romance. It follows a group of monsters running a fine dining restaurant. So think The Bear meets The Menu meets Teen Wolf / Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We're super stoked to start this campaign off tomorrow, May 6th, from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. We hope to see you there. We also record an audiocast after show for some of our games where we go over any necessary advancement steps, debrief from the games, and go over our stars and wishes for the session. You can listen to these for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. All of these after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions and support as it helps us continue to bring you awesome queer content. We do not have an after show for this show anymore, but we will be sharing our stars and wishes on the Patreon, so make sure to follow us there if you want a bit of free extra content. Speaking of Patreon, we've updated our Patreon. We now have 6 different sliding scale tiers starting at $1. We also have one special tier that unlocks a private monthly game with myself and GM'd by our lovely Archangelic. So please go check that out if you're interested. We are planning our upcoming games for the rest of 2025 and are still looking for proposals from our community. You can propose any TTRPG system. We're open to guest GMs, or you can volunteer Archangelic, our resident GM, to run a game. There's a form linked in the chat and in our Discord. The theme for our upcoming games is Kill Your Gods, and we are open to all interpretations of that theme. Feel free to share far and wide. Just as a reminder, each month we take the last 7 days of the month off so that we can edit and prepare more content for y'all, as well as have a bit of a break to handle our day-to-day responsibilities. And finally, in support of a free Palestine, we are still sharing the GoFundMes for various families. The first family we're still trying to help out is the Masood family. Dahlia, her husband Rami, and their 4 children are still in great need. Dahlia and Rami worked as pharmacists, but have since lost their home in pharmacy. Their goal is currently set at 50,000 euros, and they are at 39,634 euros as of this afternoon. Any help and support you can offer would be amazing. Their GoFundMe is linked in the chat and is also in our link tree. Thanks so much, friends.
Thank you so much for those announcements. Without further ado, let's get into this. Last we left our magical friends, you fought the Skeletal Rangers at Big Statue Royal Park, adherents of the Jubilant Corpse set on letting the world burn to bring about a beautiful undead world. You were victorious and managed to connect with the statue that resides in the park, a great protector spirit trapped for centuries. He really wants the churros that they sell at the park, and you promised to bring him some. Leihoku began assembling the necessary components for the ritual she must perform, starting with gathering the coven. One hitch, though, one of the members, Charlie, was stuck at an ooze convention, so Damian went to see what the holdup was. You entered to find Charlie literally stuck in a massive ooze that was terrorizing the convention center. Eventually, you extracted him from the ooze as a wizard showed up to cast Fireball, and you just headed out with Charlie back to Leihoku's apartment, where you began to again assemble all the things you need to perform this ritual to make this sword forged in cold fire. Back at Anjum's apartment, her parents, Ravina and Dr. Fatima Khan, have returned early from their honeymoon in the Hells. And Ravina has begun to teach Anjum how to use more of her demonic powers, because part of the ritual to make this sword is that Anjum must give part of her metallic nature to this sword. And so Ravina was helping you with that. And that is where we pick up this story. I believe Damian and Leihoku are back at Leihoku's apartment. And Claudio and Percival are at Anjum's apartment in the Fortress of Delight, which 2 angels now, angels in big quote marks, are now floating over this place and performing some type of ritual themselves. Unsure of what the consequences of that are, but most everyone else has left the Fortress of Delight. But Ravina and your mother do not seem your mothers do not seem perturbed by this necessarily. I mean, they were just vacationing in the hills, so you know.
They've literally Anjum is kind of a little bit lost in thought at the moment. This is the first time she's really had to face her mortality, but from an opposite way, because like as much as she likes playing the role, likes kind of unnerving people with her heritage, and is very proud of it, there is elements of being a demon that still unnerve her to some level. Mostly because she's not afraid, but she's cautious of what would happen if she really commits to it. She's very happy sort of dancing between the lines. So now her parents are back here and she's had this motive, but she's been wanting to essentially work through human channels. But if she embraces more of her demonic side, she does not have the same excuses or the same compunctions anymore to not use or not try a more underhanded, a more hellish way to go about her things. But first, this is important. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you can feel that pressure pushing on you as like Ravina, like just utterly smiling about the whole situation, as watching you create this little creature of silver and also reabsorb it back into you, in ending its, as Ravina put it, its pathetic little life. um I feel like you feel that like demonic pressure building on you. In fact, let's get a roll about it. Let's call it an intellect roll.
it's been a month. I forgot what dice we roll. It's still D20.
Yeah, all rolls are just D20s. Modifiers just adjust the difficulty that you're aiming for.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that would. So I just roll. I don't necessarily know if I have anything specific. I mean, I have Hellborn Magic,
Yeah.
but it's a low tier ability, and I already have picked that ability, and it was, I think, it was something to do with charm and stuff. So I don't necessarily know.
If you are skilled in intellect defense, that will apply here, but otherwise, no, it's just a straight D20.
No, not necessarily. It's mostly like my skills are balance and careful movement, deceiving, magic lore, and lore of the underworld. No, not necessarily. Don't have anything on that one. So I guess I'm just rolling a D20. That's a 1.
Okay. That's interesting. All right.
What a way to start the night.
I
Go ahead
swear
and
to
take an
God.
experience, and that gives me an intrusion, but I'm going to sit on that intrusion until there's a good narrative moment here. But you definitely feel like you are indulging a part of you that Anjum isn't a particularly like noble or good person, but neither is any other human, right? But you're indulging a side of you that like you suppress a little bit to manage to work among humans. And yeah, you feel like this might be a problem if you don't keep it in check.
Yeah.
And as you feel that, Ravina's just, yes, this is so good. You'll be able to make so many little minions.
I'm looking at I kind of give a weak smile to my mother, and I look at the kitchen where Claudio is still there, and I'm like, I'm just like, yeah, and I'm for the first time, I'm like feeling like a little bit guilty for the first time. Like, what am I going, if I embrace this fully, does this mean I'm going to lose Claudio as a friend?
Mm.
Claudio absolutely put his headphones in to give y'all as much privacy as he could while he was cooking and does not know you are going through emotional turmoil. He is listening to Selena.
Hell yeah. Mother, I'm gonna go speak to Ammi. Or I'm gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna go speak to Ammi for a little bit. I'll be back. Yeah, and she just scampers right into the kitchen to just kind of like take a just like get some space. Okay. When I was, and I'm like, inside, Anjum is thinking, when, this whole thing that you have, that you want to bring your moms back on earth, you want to have a closer connection to them, you need them, you need them close. This is the unintended consequences of having your parents close by. that you are going to start noticing things about yourself from your parents that are a little terrifying. And she's just kind of like, she kind of puts her back to the kitchen and kind of just slowly slides down and is just like kind of looking into the distance.
I imagine that your kitchen is not big enough for you to hide from Claudio.
Nope.
Okay, so he is dancing and taking, it looks like a quiche from the oven. And eventually kind of like does a little shimmy over by you and just leans against the wall. So how's it going?
Um, um, uh, fine. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Ammy's here and mother's here, and they're helping with the last component of the sword. They give some good advice on that. Just it's fine.
Yep, I believe you. So I made food. Are you hungry? I used the
Little
stuff
bit.
that's in your fridge, so I know you can eat it. All right.
I can eat human food. You've seen me eat human food. I take it to restaurants all the time.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm still human. I can still eat. I should be able to eat even after that. I mean, I've seen mom eat sometimes when she takes Ammi to when she did take Ammi to a restaurant once. And it was on their wedding anniversary, and it was also the day it was 3 days before my 18th birthday, and they told me that on my 18th birthday Ammi was going to go to hell, not a metaphor. And so I should have known, because usually and mother, like, she she did, and she was very and she was so sweet, and she told me, she explained everything. She was very, very, very frank about it and everything, and but not uncompassionate. She was just like straightforward, never minced words about it. There may have been a bit of an incident when a waiter was I think was just having a bad day, probably, or was just being a dick. And I didn't, next time I went there, he wasn't there. Some of the, and neither were some of the other customers. Apparently, they got a little scared with seeing a person melt into silver, liquid silver. Deserve is such a.
I'm gonna just gently reach out and like cover Anjum's mouth. It's really weird when your parents come home, because all of a sudden, all the insecurities you thought you were good on, you are suddenly 12 years old and desperate to make them happy again, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It's really weird. So why don't we go eat? We have things we need to do. I don't know if you forgot, but the aggressively T-posing angels outside are still about to smack this thing into the ground. And you can get your feet back under you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And I will reach down and help Anjum get back up.
Do you think I'm a bad person?
I think you can be, but so can I. So who the fuck knows?
Do you think I'm a bad person because my mom's a demon?
No. I think you're a little selfish, but I could say that about a great many people. That's got nothing to do with being a demon. That's got everything to do with being a little selfish.
I guess.
It comes with the money. And I'll go and I'll grab the quiche, which is now nice and set, and I'll start making my way out to the dining room.
Yep. Yeah. You get set up to eat, and I think we cut away from there, and we are back at Leihoku's apartment. Leihoku, you've had time to get a nap in. Damian, you are hanging around. You're not doing much. Damian, you're not a part of this, but
No, I've got Bebo, and I think that we are just sitting nearby. I'm trained in botany if anybody wants help, but Damien also knows that this is like a cultural practice thing that's probably not for him to participate in, but he wants Bebo to get to like see what's happening, and so we're just sitting quietly and watching and hanging out. I'm on baby duty.
yeah.
Somebody probably does get up and like measure Bebo for something. Does not specify what, but they're like,
Yep, so just hold him out.
he's so
Yeah.
oddly shaped.
Yeah, I think it's like Adrian. Like she gets up and like I think in order to get to Bebo, she like just full on like stands in your lap because she's a halfling. Damien like doesn't ask, like it needs the measurement.
That's fine. Damien's so chill.
Yeah. Yeah, gets the measurement, and like Bebo tries to like put the measuring tape in its mouth.
Oh,
No,
Should've
no,
seen-
no.
That's not food.
That's not good for babies. Yeah.
so many things aren't good for babies.
Yeah,
Sometimes babies aren't even good for babies.
absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, Charlie and Adrian are, they're getting these measurements. They are weaving flowers into crowns. Leipold, and also like they're weaving the wristlets, the coupe, and getting all this together because this is all part of the dress you need to perform this ritual.
Yeah.
Leihoku, you probably start stirring from your nap, always, like you managed to get a few winks in, but you still have things you got to do.
Yeah, she's probably gonna get up, like smooth everything down as best as she can and go, did anything happen while I was asleep?
Nothing that's not supposed to happen as far as I know.
All right, cool.
All good here. Bebo's great.
Why has he got a tape measure? Never mind. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt him.
It's okay. I'm watching.
Okay. And she's gonna pull Alohi aside to start working on dance moves.
Yeah.
Okay, come here. You know that thing you do where you just stiff finger everything? You can't do that. Relax your hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like, can you not like?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me what's the stat I'm looking for? Yeah, let's call this an intellectual. I will say that you have, I believe you have skills. You're skilled in magic, right? No, not exactly. So that's weird, but interesting. Go ahead. Yeah, just give me an intellect roll
Okay.
as you explain this.
Well,
12. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take long, but eventually, yeah. Alohi and are you trying to show like everyone these moves, or just Alohi? Is Alohi helping you in this situation?
yeah,
Or
Alohi's supposed to learn the dance, but
ah,
it's just me and her.
okay.
So
Yeah.
everyone else is free to weave and practice their beats. But I'm like,
Mm.
no, let like gently grabbing her fingers.
Yeah, yeah. With a 12, yeah, like it's difficult at first. Yeah, she's not quite getting it, but with the 12, yeah, you easily just like eventually probably within like 15-20 minutes you start to like synchronize a little bit. It starts to make more sense and flows a little better. The movements become less stiff, uh and you eventually get this rhythm going. Um you Alohi says, "You're a really good teacher.
Thanks. I tried really
I think you were the right choice to lead the coven."
hard. Oh, don't say that to me right now. Don't say that to me right now. So much is riding on this.
I mean, if you think about it, so much is riding on every day of our lives, you know? So it's just another thing we have to do today.
When did you get so existential? Are you okay? Is school going okay? Are you being bullied?
Um, I may have gotten my characters as the GM mixed up because it's been like a month and a half since we played. I forgot Alohi was who Alohi was for a moment. She says, "I'm trying a new thing. I've been reading like some self-help books."
Honey, those aren't for you. Those are for like people in their 50s.
No, but you know, I saw this one TED talk and I'm like, okay, I got the book, and then it made me feel better.
It's a good thing you're in a coven and not a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, she eventually like gets together. She says, um, yeah, no, I almost did, but I didn't have the money to buy the things they were selling to start with. So I couldn't afford to get into the multi-level marketing scheme, and I found out later that that was actually a good thing.
I'm so curious which one it was. The nail polish, the knives, the weirdly mom focused what are they called? I have one, but I don't remember what it's called. Microfiber cloth.
Today I've learned about a new multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh no, this is not from a scheme. This is from like Walmart.
Yeah. Um yeah, she said, oh yeah, it was the yeah, the cooking one. I don't know. Just
Okay. Yeah, no, it's probably for the best that you did not have enough money to gain entry to a multi-level marketing scheme.
yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. The self-help books are fine then, if that's keeping you away from the weirdly branded knives and the makeup parties.
Yeah. No, sorry. I felt like I was getting a little mentory there, and like I'm back now. And she keeps practicing the steps and the moves, and she starts to get them. But like yeah, you find you are like able to like guide her very easily. Surprisingly, she's very inexperienced in this regard, but she's so willing to learn, and she's so eager to please that it becomes easy for you to teach her.
Hoku's really proud. Look at you go.
Damian, your phone buzzes. You get an email from what was it? From someone at the department for the recently departed spirits. You know, telling you need to make an appointment and establish yourself with the office so that you can be registered as a ghost living in the city.
Is it one of those you cannot reply to these emails, or can I reply?
It absolutely comes from a do not reply. Like, it has a phone number. Like, they
Oh,
emailed you, but you can't
God.
schedule it over the email. No, you have to do it over the phone.
Okay, I think I'm going to call them real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk around and pace with Bebo and make a phone call.
Department of recently departed spirits.
Hi, my name's Damian. I just got an email that I have to make an appointment.
All right. What's your last name?
Alma.
And when did you die?
Like, I don't, yesterday sometime. I don't know how many hours it's been.
Oh, look at you. Getting in early. All right. Look, I got looks like we got some availability. Well, we got one appointment today. I got a cancellation. Someone moved on early. You can come in today. I got some appointments for 2 days from now.
Kind of in the middle of a thing.
Aren't we all?
I mean, it's like a prophecy thing. It's very,
Oh, you're a
very elite.
prophecy thing. I don't know how many times I hear that a week. All right.
It's like every phone call I ever have for appointment scheduling. We either have today or 7.5 months from today. I guess in a, maybe in a couple days. How soon do I have to do this?
Well, you have 30 days from the day of your death to register. And otherwise you may be subject to exorcism.
Ew.
Classified as poltergeists don't tend to come in, and so they just kind of assume you are a poltergeist if you don't register.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not interested in being exorcised, thanks. Yeah, if I have like 30 days, I think I'm gonna take a beat. I've got a whole like thing going on right now.
Oh, you're lucky we have appointments so soon. Well, call us when you're ready to make an appointment then.
Okay, thanks.
And yeah, you get hung up on.
Oh, I say okay, thanks, and hang up before they say anything
Yeah,
too. So
okay.
it's fine. It's totally good.
Are they trying to
yeah.
finally schedule you?
Okay, so they emailed me and they were like, "Hey, you need to make an appointment." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was told I have 30 days, or I risk being exorcised. So, but I mean, so I could do it today, but that seems we're a little busy. Or in a couple days, but who knows if we're gonna have more things come out that we need to deal with. So I don't know. I told her I'd call back when I had a better handle on things.
You've got 30 days.
That's why I'm like 30 days. I don't even know where my body is, but I don't really want to tell her that. I don't know if that's a thing.
How do they have your email?
That's a great question.
How do they know you died?
An even better question. I did not ask anything important, but she didn't seem very polite.
That's fair.
I really hate talking on the phone. I just wanted to email back, but it was one of those dumb, like, do not reply to this email. No one answers it. Okay, cool. I don't know. I'd like to at least kind of try to find out where my body is and then see. I don't know. If I can find my body, maybe I won't have to register as a dead person. Maybe I can get back into my body somehow. I don't know how any of this works.
I wonder. I don't know how we're gonna find it, but you don't have like a key tag or anything on anything that may have been on your body at the time of your murder.
No, I really don't.
What do you do if you lose your keys?
I don't lose my keys. I have a very solid routine. It's a good routine. Now, granted, when it gets interrupted, it totally throws me off for the whole day, but I've got a solid routine. It sits right at the door, the keys, they hang on a hook right by the door. I don't know. So I don't really have anything that I have to keep track of, or I have my phone. How do I have my phone and my body doesn't have my phone? That's weird.
You weren't wearing anything with pockets. You were in underwear.
That's not. I would be holding my phone. I just feel like I would have had my phone in my hand, but I don't know. I don't. Apparently, I walked to the door without my phone in my hand. So
If
my
we
laptop's here.
ghost
Got nothing. Ghost phone.
if we scry on the location of the object, could we scry on the location of his body?
You could. You could. Yes.
Okay.
Scry on underpants.
Take a break from uh teaching Alohi how to dance and go gather stuff to attempt another scry. I think I can maybe try and pinpoint your body.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
This works.
Hmm. This is going to be a very difficult thing to do.
Oh no.
Yes, because of various factors and who you know was involved with killing Damian, the Guild of Assassins. They would be magically covering their tracks. So I'm going to say that this is a formidable challenge, which makes the target a 21.
Ew.
We would need, so there are assets. You would ease this by 1 for just being trained in magic, and I do see you are trained in magic.
Yeah, under
So
ability instead of skills.
yeah, so that brings the target number down to 18.
Yeah.
You can spend effort. The first level of effort you spend it costs 3. It'll cost 3 intellect to expend the effort. Wait, actually you have edge in intellect, so you can get that first level for free. So you can spend effort, that'll reduce it again. So now your target is 15.
Oh, God.
If there's anything else you can think of that might be able to help you.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are not wearing your clothes. You're just have a projection of what you were wearing when you died. So your clothes, the descriptions of your clothes are literally in front of you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
that could probably ease the situation. You have an idea of a very specific object that is probably still on Claudio's body.
Claudio? You mean Damian?
Yeah, that name.
Also, I don't know if
real
it's
good today.
I don't know if it's at all relevant, but I just want to throw out that I am trained in Call the Dead. I'm trained in communicating with other ghosts, wraiths, undead, and so on. You can also serve as a catalyst for communication with the dead, providing an asset to a living character attempting such a task such as a seance or summoning. So for now or future reference, that's a thing.
Ooh, I would say that would ease this. That would be an asset there.
Sweet.
Using kind of Damian as a conduit to the ghostly world as well may help.
Okay.
Someone out there has to know where my body is.
Yeah. So that eases the difficulty to 12. Please make an intellect roll.
Dice.
Here we go.
Sushi dice, Hoku dice, or blue dice. Sushi seems rude. Oh, fuck. That landed on the rest of my dice.
Oh no.
I got a 1.
Oh no.
A 1. Please take
Our
an
poor group.
experience.
Oh, the ones are out today. Everybody watch out.
We're never finding this body.
You're taking a break from what you're doing to do this scrying. I think you probably like take hands with Damian and you sit down to try and magically find the location of their body, and Damian, you are letting yourself be a conduit to the world of ghosts and spirits. And as you are doing this ritual, the lights flicker in your apartment, your breath becomes cold, and suddenly there are just 4 or 5 ghosts in the room with you. I don't have a combat for this, but please roll some initiative.
Oh no, I'm holding a baby. Clouds, sure.
Let's see.
It's 13.
I'm trying to see if I can find quickly the stats on a ghost for this.
I'm gonna put my little Charmander doll in my dice box. So maybe its fire will cleanse whatever bad juju I got on it.
There we go.
A ghost. Let me just drop a
Y'all are
ghost.
having lunch.
Yeah.
We were having a perfectly pleasant day. It's okay, man. The dice give and take. They have a plan of their own. I don't know.
Let's see here. All right. A ghost is a difficulty 4. So okay. Let me quickly spin up a combat here with Damian and Leihoku. Yeah, what did y'all roll for initiative?
13.
13.
10. Ghost. Ghost.
The 3 of the ghosts don't seem to like become truly corporeal, but one tries to grab at you, Leihoku. It's like it's trying. It seems to be that of like a human person, like it has like a hard hat and like construction wear, but like its arm is torn off as if it died in some sort of construction accident. He tries to like grab onto you and you feel like it's trying to kind of absorb your life. But we begin this. Damian, you get to act first.
Hey, buddy. Can I try and put myself between them and
Yes.
Leihoku?
Yes, easily. You can do that.
Hey, ghost friend.
Oh, it's probably Zoom is not picking up me
You're
heavy
legit.
breathing.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't pick up on the mic. That's funny.
Yeah, my Foley work is not useful over Zoom. So
Cool.
just like breathes heavy and like it's hungry and yeah, there's really not anything to see on the VTT, but also y'all should be able to see this.
yeah, no, it's just black. But yeah, we don't have a.
Yeah, there's no map for this. This is a completely
Yeah,
just a
that's fine.
GM
Okay.
like intrusion here.
So I'm trained in communicating with other ghosts,
Okay.
wraiths, undead, and so on,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yes.
what got us into this a little bit. But here we are. Hey,
Yes.
buddy.
So tasks in interacting with this are eased because you have that. Yeah, it looks to you and it's like it sees the kindredness of like you're a ghost, but you're far more solid than this thing is. Like you appear in color. This thing like appears in like a hazy blue grayscale to you. Like it's not quite in the physical realm yet. Do you want to try and interact with it? What are you trying to do here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I was trying to not interact hostilely, but I don't know what to do really. There's not a lot I can do.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try and talk to it, like I said, the task will be eased for it. So,
yeah,
what do you
that's
want to get
what
it
I'm
to
trying
do?
to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying just to get it to calm down.
Okay.
I've also got the bong if we think that's helpful.
Yeah. Please give yeah, we'll say it's a intellect roll persuasion. If you're trained in that, that will also ease this. So
No, I don't have anything
Okay.
like that. Just the Call the Dead. It's only a 7.
7 is not enough.
Yeah.
It does not calm down. It tries to that is basically your action for this. So it is going to reach out at you. Unfortunately, like tasks. So in this case, it is well, no, it's going to reach out to Leihoku because Leihoku's full of life, and that's what it wants most of all. And like,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Can I just have passed Bebo off to any of the other people that are here? Because I don't want to risk Bebo.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's easy enough for you to do. But yeah, so that is your action. This ghost is going to, like, still looking at you, Damian, reaches to into Leihoku, and Leihoku, you feel this like this cold just penetrate your whole body. You take 15, sorry, not 15, 5 points of might damage.
5 is still a lot.
But that is what it can do, Leihoku.
I'm terrified. I have 1 might left. Do ghosts have minds technically? Like they can think?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going horrifyingly poorly for Hoku.
We are not the group that's supposed to fight, or not the half of the group that's supposed to fight.
I am going to cast Onslaught, but as a mental attack, because I don't think physical attacks are going to do anything against a ghost.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just 2 points of intellect damage instead of the normal 4.
Okay.
And the whole time she's going, sorry. I didn't mean to. I am so sorry. I was looking for somebody else. I didn't mean to summon you into my house. Please go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And back up.
It like recoils. Like he like recoils away and he says, they left me and they made me work in this place. They killed me and like seems angry. Like there's some sort of unfinished business this ghost has. But it comes back around to Damian.
Okay. And this would be considered a hostile creature, yeah?
Yes.
Rather than a non-hostile creature. Damn. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try magic bong therapy.
Okay. Yes. That'll be an asset with this. Yes, so please give me another persuasion roll, and this time the difficulty will be 6.
The 19 on the die.
Awesome. Amazing. You you use the bong you created. You blow the smoke at this ghost, and the ghost becomes color. There's like still like hazy of an image, but becomes more corporeal in this moment, in as much as a ghost can. And the like this like scowling visage just gives way to a very confused looking man who's now in your apartment. The other ghosts that were less corporeal just flit away in the smoke, and this one remains. He says, where am I?
You got a little lost. Ended up in the wrong place.
I mean, do you know who you are, at least? If not where?
I kind of. Hey, go ahead.
This is no longer a hostile creature.
Correct.
Okay. I have something I can do that uses 2 intellect points. I have 1 edge, so that means I only take 1 out of my.
Yes.
How do I use it? Yeah, so I take my intellect down to 15 out of 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Comfort and encouragement. You speak to a non-hostile creature within short range, telling them exactly what they need to hear to have a better day. You don't know what these words are until you say them, but you know they will help the creature's attitude. If the creature spends a round or two thinking about what you said, they gain an asset on one task they're choosing. Within an hour, it gives like a little bit of a boon. Alternatively, if the creature has an ongoing penalty to tasks, they can ignore that penalty. In addition to the normal options for using effort, you can use effort to accept. Well, that doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. What do
Action to initiate up to 1 minute to complete.
What do you say to this ghost that it needs to hear?
I mean, I don't necessarily know. It does say that I don't know, but
yeah, until you say them. So like yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So whatever you say will be exactly what this ghost needs to hear.
Sweet. Hey buddy. Sorry that you died. I very much relate. I died yesterday. Don't know where my body is. It's the whole thing. We didn't mean to bring you here in this way, and I'm hoping that knowing that somebody knows what happened to you, that you can move on peacefully.
He like looks around. He is contemplating your words. He says, I think I have a granddaughter. I don't remember my name, but I think she's doing all right. They got a house with the money the company gave them. That's okay. Thank you. And this ghost, like from the center heart, just like starts to glow, this white hot glow, and it radiates outwards, and this ghost is gone. The lights come back on. The room is a normal temperature. Charlie says, I thought I got in trouble today, so ugh. What was all this about?
I'm trying to find Damian's body, and something must have gotten crossed magically.
I feel like every time we try to find my body, something terrible happens.
But like, we can't just leave you out there somewhere.
I know. I'll take Bebo back. I mean, at least we got some magic sodas.
What did the sodas do again?
I wrote it down.
I think you know what one of them does.
They're Heelys. Well, oh yeah, we have 8 of them. We only drank one, and it gave heals.
Oh.
I think we assumed they all heal, but then Mal was just like, you know what one does, and I'm like, oh fuck, that didn't occur to me either.
It makes sense because there's different kind of sodas, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
I might pop one of those open. Most of my might in that fight. Want to go?
Yeah. Do we remember which flavor healed, and do we have another of that flavor?
I feel like it was an orange one that you drank.
Yeah, I think it was orange.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you pop one open. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6 plus 1. And you can heal. I just like to scare y'all a little. Tell y'all know what one of them does, but yes, they are healing sodas.
I get 4 back total.
That's something. At least you're not hindered right now. So, yeah.
Yay. I'm gonna look at Damian. Let's not tell them that happened.
Fair. Or at least if we try again, let's make sure they're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll just continue chilling.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is there Anjum, did you want to have any scenes like actually eating with them, eating with your parents? Is there anything you want to talk to them about? Because otherwise after dinner, your mothers will retire for the evening.
I think I'd have spoken to my Ammi just a little bit, just to like kind of gauge where she's at right now. Because I know that mm, both my moms are very strong-willed people, and this entire like I only exist the way I am because she made a decision to essentially prioritize herself. So like I am born through an act of selfishness, and that's kind of the way I've lived life.
Mhm.
So I kind of just like, before they retire, like we have like little coffees. We have little coffee before they retire, and I just ask her, um, I know that you've never regretted any decisions that you've made to end up with mother, and how you took over the family, everything that you've done to get to the place that you are happy and able to live as yourself. Did you ever, I wouldn't say regret, but like feel hesitation that, some of the decisions you made were, maybe there could have been a gentler way to do things, maybe there could have been a less extreme way to go about certain things?
She sips her coffee and she says, there absolutely are always gentler ways to do things, but sometimes those tools aren't available to us when we make those decisions. I don't hold any regret about the decisions I made. They were the answers that made sense at the time. And if I didn't make them, you wouldn't be able to live the way you live.
That is true. It is like I feel like when I was tapping into that power, when I was making that creature, I felt like I was touching something so much more ancient than I could ever possibly comprehend, and something that saw through me and was like, and saw the part of me that, everyone's always told, like, Claudio and other people have been like, you can be a little selfish, but that's the part I need to tap into myself to do the good thing. The selfish part, the part that will never give you a straight answer, the one that will lie, that will trick, that will do whatever's needed. And if I tap into that to do something good, I, I definitely will use that, use this selfless deed to, to finally pressure the queen into giving me what I want.
Why are you asking me about this? I'm struggling to understand. You're not, you're something new. You're something different. Just like I'm something new and something different. And if there's a way for you to get to exactly what you want, why would you not do everything in your power to do it?
I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of little, I have a little trepidation in my friends, these new people I've met, to realize who I actually am at the end of the day and what I want to do, not of my capabilities. They're kind of they're vaguely aware of that, but what I'm willing to do with that. And I like, having friends and yeah, and also a bunch of my relationships have not worked out because they all think that I'm emotionally avoidant, whatever that means. So I don't know. It's, you know what? We don't have the time. I don't have the time. Neither of us have the time to have these bloody philosophical discussions. When they're like these two freaking crazy angels who are go floating above, while that damn assassin family does whatever they want. I mean, I should just, you know what? I'm just going to suck it up and I'm just going to do the thing. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to work on the power through the night. I'm going to work on my powers through the night. And once that's over, I will see what comes. If the queen is nice, if the queen isn't, I catch her in a good mood, I may not even have to do what I probably will end up doing. Anyway, good night, Amni.
She says, sometimes I wish you weren't so preoccupied with this and you were instead preoccupied with getting married, but that's a discussion for another night.
Oh, I mean, no, please. It's not, I'm not even, it's not even my time yet.
How do you expect to run a great house without being married? How do you expect to do that?
I have time. I have time. I have twice the lifespan of a human. I have time. And you want me to get married at 30?
Well, apparently I have to worry about you fighting giants in the sky. So, I'm,
let's have this discussion when I'm actually old enough to get married. This is illegal. This should be illegal for somebody with a lifespan of 200 years to be asked to get married at 30.
She kind of just ignores you and she says, well, I hope you make the decision between having these friends or getting what you want. I'm sorry I don't have the best advice in the world for this. I sought out exactly what I wanted very early on and did everything I could to achieve it.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. That, to be honest, I mean, to be fair, Nana and Nani, as you've said, my grandparents sucked huge balls. So, who cares? Sorry for the language.
Language.
I'm sorry. But you told me that. Anyway, forget it. Go to sleep. I need to do some work.
Just because I say things doesn't mean you get to repeat them.
Fine.
Can't argue you're just a kid and then go around cussing.
Oh, she says, well, anyway, it's been a long trip back from the house. It's time for me to go down for the night. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Ammi.
And yeah, y'all are Ravina, your mother's go to their room for the night.
Anjum is going to kind of make a much bigger pot of coffee, some espresso shots. She has a machine, and is just going to kind of just start working through the night on being able to, on extending her abilities. She's essentially doing magic exercise and kind of tapping it, just, reading as many books like that might help, kind of just, and she's just going to be working on the magic for the rest of the night, essentially.
Okay.
Where is Claudio though at this point? Is Claudio staying over in another room? Because I think there are loads of rooms. Claudio can just sleep in one.
Yeah. I think seeing that you're it was Claudio's rule we don't leave each other alone. So like he's torn between your moms are here, nothing's going to happen. They would probably be better at getting you out of a tight spot than I would. And I don't want to be here. But also no, if if her mom is anything like my uncle, she's not going to get involved because this is a prophecy. So I have to stay here. So yeah, he probably went to like another room or is, again in the living room with his headphones on, just like he's texting his friend Zizi. He checks in on his uncle. He texts the rest of the gang like, "Hey, we're still here." Minor wrench in the machine. Anjum's parents showed up, just, checking in with everybody, asking his uncle to get some things together if he's going to be forging, I think he grabbed like most of the stuff for
Yeah.
making the sword. But just kind of going over like tips and tricks.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like your uncle probably like sends you over like a PDF of like, a book that he has about this that he uses to like he hasn't had the opportunity because that type of work is a little bit rarer now. Sword making is a thing that he knows how to do, and he's waited for an apprentice for a while and a reason to make a new sword. And so he's happy to send you all the materials that he has gathered over time. And he says, there's probably not enough time for me to show you everything. And also, sword and cold fire is a very different beast, but
Weird
here's the
anyway,
base.
yeah.
Yeah. He says, but send you over to some of the basics. And you know how to like flatten out the steel and make the edge and make sure it doesn't bend when the temperature shifts and things like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he'll study a little bit, mess around online. Depending on how distracted Anjum is, might go outside with his camera, see how close he can get to the angels, because why would he not poke that? Like he's not throwing rocks at them or anything. He's just trying to see if they'll twitch. I imagine they don't.
Yeah, no, you stand there and in the cool night air, it's like a constant hum, like a generator is running, like just a constant buzz in the air. And they are so still, almost serene. Even the big guy with the long hair is just looking utterly serene, just holding this pose in the air. But you feel the vibration in the very stone you're standing on at the edge of this fort. But yeah, they don't flinch. They don't acknowledge your presence.
No, his intellect is high enough to not be stupid. Okay. I had to double check. I was like, well, maybe. No, he would know better. Okay. That's fine. It's like if you throw one rock at it, it's certainly not going to cause the end of the world. Yeah, he kind of hangs out for a little while. Once he hears and sees, like, okay, we're going to bed. Good night. He'll go over to Anjum, like, hey, can you bring this with us back to the rest of the group? Like, do you have to study here? I get it if you do, but I don't like the group being split up.
Her eyes are bloodshot a little bit, and she's definitely vibrating. but it's like just looking at all well, honestly, most of what I'm doing right now is the magical equivalent of calisthenics and Pilates. So I can literally do that if I just have enough space. So yeah, that's a good idea. We can I'll just leave a note for my mom's. And yeah, we can go reconvene.
Okay. And I imagine we head back.
Excellent. Yeah. You all reconvene at Leihoku's apartment. So, um, everyone, Alohi still hasn't like dropped the like shocked expression from what happened earlier. So she looks like to use a turn of phrase, like she just saw a ghost. But everyone else is doing what they're supposed to do.
So many ghosts.
Everything okay?
Hoku's gently massaging like her face, like it's okay. Just,
Why does it smell like sulfur in here?
you're gonna get stuck like that. Come on.
We accidentally summoned 4 ghosts. It's okay. We handled it with the magic bong. Saved
Ooh.
the day again. It
I-
was
I know-
there's a very angry ghost.
I know that's a magic thing. Do you get the vibe that there's like a use limit or something on it?
GM, do I get a vibe that there's a use limit on it?
Currently, no, you don't have a sense that there's a limit on it.
No?
Okay. Good.
Feels fine so far.
If it starts cracking or something, we should
I'll let
probably
you know immediately.
take
I-
note of that.
Yes. I tried to talk to the ghost. It didn't work. So then I tried the bong and then that worked.
Yeah, that would be effective.
Could I scan the bong to see if we
Yes.
could get a
Hell yeah.
use limit out of it?
Let's see. Yeah, so you scan an area, including all objects. Or scanning a creature or object always reveals its level. I don't really have a level for this. You learn whatever facts the GM feels are pertinent about the matter and energy in that area. Okay. This is the vibe you get off of this bong is that of complete and utter peacefulness. It is the still surface of a lake. It is a quiet morning. It's just, you get a very peaceful sensation from this. And as far as if it has a certain amount of uses, I mean, it is made of glass. So it is fragile in that way. If it gets knocked or falls, it might break. But the magic inside of it is not limited. You do have to have time to use it, though. It does, it has a specific method of operations. So it needs to have water in it. It needs to have things in the bowl, and it needs to be used in order for the magic to work. But it is a item that creates a perfect sense of peacefulness.
Okay. So no use limit as long as it's being used properly and we don't drop it.
Makes sense.
Fantastic. I keep it clean, and can I like have a bottle of water that I just keep in my bag with me? So I've always got water on hand.
Yes.
Rad.
I will go ahead and take Bebo. because Damian has had the baby all day.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
All
Baby
right.
share.
Baby share. Come on, we gotta go make food. And Claudia just heads back into the
More
kitchen with
cooking.
the baby.
Focus making up spaces on the couch, the couches, pull out couches for people to sleep if they're going to sleep over, and trying
Yeah.
not to think about what happened with the ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like your coven works on these things, and Aloe practices, and till late in the night. But eventually everything is prepared and finished. But your coven needs to sleep. You all need to sleep. And so you all crash in Leihoku's apartment and get a well-deserved night of rest. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Sweet.
So yeah, we are going to take a 10 to 15 minute break. But we'll be back soon and we hope to see you there. Welcome back, everyone. So our heroes are all back in Leihoku's apartment, which has become kind of the unofficial headquarters of this group. So the coven goes back to their respective homes, and Damian doesn't really sleep, so which is interesting. But yeah, you
I'm
all
nighttime
can,
baby duty.
yeah, you can all expend any heals you have left. So if you haven't used any heals in the last day, you get 46 plus 4, but if you've used some heals, it might be less. So let's get some healing done, because I know Leihoku has taken quite a bit of damage.
Four D6 plus 4?
Yes. So yeah. So you can, if you haven't used your heals, you can use your action 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 10
Oh,
hours.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You also
I-
get +1 if you weren't near me while you're doing this.
Oh yeah. So that's an additional +1. So yeah, but I think Anjum has used a couple of heals if I was looking at everything correctly. So yeah. And
I'm only
Leihoku has used
down
one.
1 in intellect, so I think I'm fine for now.
You can probably just bump that up because you're taking the 10 hours. So if you've
Okay,
only
cool.
taken 1, yeah.
But I don't have to roll or anything. Cool.
Nah, don't worry about it. Because you'll get at least 1 for your tier level. So
No, I did that backwards. Okay.
Do I still need to click the action box or anything?
no, you should be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, basically you are getting a full reset.
Yeah, I was down 3 for intellect, so I don't know how Hoku has gotten so janked up, because I know we have rested.
Yeah.
I think it was the skeleton fight, and I
then
don't,
the ghost fight.
and then the ghost fight.
That would do
and
it, yeah.
I just keep getting hit by things.
We got to do better about keeping our healer up, because this is uncalled for.
I've even taken a little offensive magic to try and prevent these things from happening. It's like, nah, whack.
They know.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So y'all are all healed up and ready to take on the day. It is a beautiful day in Newfoundland, and there is no change in the angels. The the day is going exactly how it should. Traffic is kicking up on the streets below. The pigeons are out in full force. A beautiful day in the city. So what would y'all like to do?
Is it sword time?
Do we need to get the medal first, or do we get the medal when we get there? So that we're not just carrying around a bucket of molten.
Yeah, probably that.
I think I can. Okay, so after the night, like, everyone slept and everything. Anjum is kind of now sporting like uh she has like teeny little like curved silver horns now growing out of her head, and her hair has become more white streaked, and her eye color has also become lighter. Um no, we can I no, we can do that there itself. That's like, why carry a bucket around?
You going through half demon puberty?
Something like that.
Okay.
I like it. So,
Oh,
sword time?
Or
sword
time.
time. Yeah.
Sword time.
Yeah,
All
I
right, Bebo,
feel
let's
like
go.
Alohi is absolutely the first to arrive. She didn't even wait for the text. She was just gonna come this morning. So she has coffee for the crew. She has one of those from the uh like a gallon of coffee from like a donut shop and just
Oh.
a little stack of cups.
Thanks. I'm gonna help her put it in the kitchen. You ready? You good? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I'm good. I'm ready to do this. Yeah.
Did you drink out of the coffee carafe before you got here?
100%. I think that was a little stronger than I normally get. It wasn't nearly as sweet. Didn't have any milk in it either. That was new.
I'm gonna put down the coffee stuff on the counter, probably. Just gently take her hands. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. The rest of us are gonna be there. Nothing's going to attack you. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, nothing's gonna attack us. We're gonna be okay. we're just making a weapon to kill an existential threat to the whole world. That's all. That's all we're doing.
I don't think it's the whole world. I think it might just be this area.
She
like
recalibrates her entire world for a moment.
Like I know it feels big, but really if we just like drive for a couple hours a different direction, we'd probably be all right. We'd probably leave this whole thing behind, at least for a little while. Huh. Nah.
I definitely wouldn't find my
We
out there.
definitely no. That is true. We can't leave without at least finding Damian's body.
I'm gonna cover Alohi's ears real quick. By the way,
Buffs.
I know I said nothing's going to attack us. Are we maybe concerned that there may be assassins? Perhaps while we're, involved in this thing.
We do keep
Oh.
having to fight things unexpectedly.
To
Oh,
be
I
fair,
actually might have a solution for that.
You gonna call
Anjum
your
is
ex?
Well, yes, but I was thinking more of a decoy. And Anjum is going to kind of close her eyes and is going to create facsimiles of all of us in the house. They have very limited movement, and they are not speaking in English. They'll be only speaking, if they open their mouth, it'll sound like screeching, because they're talking in language of her mom's kingdom. But they reasonably can imitate looking like we are just, chilling at home right now.
All right. Please give me an intellect roll. I don't think there's any way to ease this.
Nope, there is not. That is a 13.
A 13. Okay.
Can I use experience point?
You can use an experience point to re-roll.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's better. That was a 19.
A 19. A 19's very good. Yeah, you managed to do this. But again, those horns a little bit larger. Like, may not be like visually noticeable, but you definitely feel that happen. Yeah.
Oh, I can accessorize. This is going to be so fun.
Absolutely. But yeah, there are doppelgangers of you in this space. They begin to they're trying to pretend to be you, but they are speaking some sort of strange demonic language. It's very guttural and has syllables that are not recognizable to your ears. Percival, you vaguely understand. Like, it's
like me with my mother tongue. I know the basics, but I'm very bad at actually. But sometimes if it's too fast, I'm like, again, go back.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah, there are now versions of you in this space that can pretend to be you while you're trying to do this. So that's definitely going to make things easier and maybe draw some attention away from you.
Claudio is 100% looking at his doppelganger like, I gotta start working out again. This is uncalled for. Really? Really? Just like circling him.
Look, the silver seas and the silver copies.
The silver is rude as hell.
Hi, welcome to my family. None of us are very good at being nice.
I think you look fine.
Thank you.
Leihoku's looks very nice, actually. I hope you know that you, in fact, are a very beautiful person and very good and a very cute one, clearly.
Thank you. I'm not into girls like that.
I know. I figured you don't give off the vibes, and I'm not hitting on you. That's just an objective statement.
There's a vibe?
That's just Anjum's got eyes. Like, are we leaving?
Yes, we are leaving. Yes, we are leaving. Yes, all heterosexual people have vibes. That's just a given. That's the first thing you're taught in Hell 101. Notice the heterosexual.
Leihoku's gonna go to the tree and leave that thought there. I have vibes.
Alohi's hanging on to that thought like it's very precious to her.
Leihoku's like, okay. Here's the actual thoughts I'm supposed to put down here. I'm fine. I've got a clear head. Everything will be fine. The doppelgangers will work fine. If something happens, nothing's gonna happen. It's all gonna go smoothly. And I don't have vibes.
Absolutely. Yeah. You you begin to gather your things and head out to the lake. Let me pull that. Yeah, and I imagine the rest of your coven is probably just going to meet you there. And yeah, let me just make sure I remember our locations. So yes, we are going to out to the cherry pits again to Lake Danu at the outskirts of the city, well past the cherry pits. It's basically the edge of what you would call Newfoundland in general. It's kind of it's not exactly a touristy spot. It's a little haunted, as most things are. But it is a large body of water and it will meet your needs here. But maybe just don't try diving to the bottom. So, yeah. The rest of your coven meets up with you there. Yeah. So, Charlie, Kiahi, and Adrian, I'll meet up with you there and begin to set up.
Who's
All
got the
right.
baby?
Who does have the baby?
I do.
So here's an important question. Does Bebo need to be a part of this? Because I could have swore I heard your mom mention that they had some creepy doll that helped with their, I don't know, I don't think it was a sword, but their whatever the hell they had to forge. Does that mean Bebo's gotta like, I would really prefer, and I do not mean this to denegate your magic at all, but I think Bebo might catch up on the magic dance a little easier than me trying to forge a sword with him, baby Bjorn, to my chest. I think that's gonna mess up my swing. I'm just saying.
We
Fair.
can also say that Pua has shown up as emotional and moral support here.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Hoku, while Claudio is talking, Hoku's like tying on the little ritual clothes. I forgot what I called it. And this is my stuff. The kihei. She's tying a kihei, so he has a little wrap over him and a little crown for his head.
Look how cute you look.
Body.
So
It's
adorable.
small enough that it's not gonna like cover his eyes. And she's like starting to get ready, putting on ritual wear. She pauses for a moment to tie another sash on Claudio. It's not gonna get in the way. But since you are the one forging it, you have to wear it. Sorry. And I help everybody else get dressed to dash flower. Especially Alohi, who's probably like,
Yeah. How? No, it's cold. Okay, never mind. We're good. Forging is usually hot, and plant matter means I catch on fire, and then that would be bad. So I was gonna, yes, exactly. I was gonna ask, do you think this should go under the leather apron, but then it's not gonna catch on fire? So
yeah, having people run around, set up mats, put on ritual wear. At one point, she's just mixing a bowl of salt and water with her hand, like not looking at anybody, just really focused, like, do not look at me. Don't.
Alohi like staring at everything you do.
Oh God.
making notes.
She might take over one day. It'd be good for her to know.
Cute.
Hua has like sent out a blanket with like bento boxes for everyone to have food after the ritual is completed.
Where are you setting up, by the way? Looking at Claudio. Where? How? Also, like, don't you need like an anvil?
Yeah. Yep. I've
Mhm.
got stuff. Yeah.
Do you?
I'm
We
waiting to
can
see.
say yeah.
I'm waiting to see where y'all all are settled at, and then I've got stuff to set up.
Okay. Well, you set up, and we'll settle around you,
Okay.
which is how it's supposed to be, so that we can make sure we encompass the entire thing.
So, and I know magic and physics are just passing friends, but are we in essence drawing all of the heat out of this lake and using it to super freeze the area around us? Is that the general idea?
Uh, my
Or
understanding is I am capturing it and I'm getting rid of it, and that's about as far as I got.
so the other way around, we are stealing all of the warmth from the area, plunging it into its own mini ice age, and dumping all of the heat into the water. Okay. Fuck. That'll be fine. So Claudio starts just pulling stuff out of a bag. There's tongs, there's a lot of this is not made for cold. So like he has normal ass heavy leather gloves that you would use when you're using something hot. So he's got like just like regular cold weather gloves on and then pulls the heavy leather gloves over on top of it. He's like, I'm going to be sweating. I don't know, like trying to figure out, okay, do I need the winter coat because I am going to be working, but so takes on the coat, puts off the coat, takes on the coat, takes it off because he knows he always runs hot anyway. Yeah, he's kind of almost doing the same thing Hoku is, where it's like, okay, I just got to real quick do this, and then it's the setup.
Yeah. Yeah. You I think yeah, you probably set this up near the shore of the lake. Try and keep it as close to the lake as possible, where you're going to actually forge this sword. And so, with that set up, Anjum, I assume you're at the ready to donate part of you. Yeah. So, I guess the ritual should begin then.
Anjum about to be 6 inches shorter.
Old Bebo, wherever he's supposed to be. Will just be his little
I'll
transport.
just, you know what? After this is done, literally, if I just, I'm gonna take a vacation and I'll be back to my normal height.
I feel like
I
that's
have
cheating, but all
questions.
right.
I have questions, but now's not the time.
Me too.
I like that you're saying that as if this is something new and that's going to make a difference.
Focus.
There. Right. Okay.
I think Charlie and Adrian, the rest of your coven, they are setting out the mats and the ipu, these gourd instruments, to prepare. So yeah, and yeah, they are setting them up in east, west, north to prepare for what's come next. So You steer the coven. You steer this ritual.
Yeah. Hoku just starts with the bowl of salt water she made earlier. She's like dipping her fingers in and like she's blessing people. Everybody in attendance, you're getting blessed. And she's quietly talking under her breath the entire time. It's like, fine, cleansed. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. It'll go great. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And after that, she waits for Keahi to take out the conch shell instrument to announce their arrival at the east side. Then he runs all the way around to the west side to do the same thing, and then back to wherever everyone is gathered. And at the front, takes a deep breath, and she goes, "We welcome the spirits of the land, the sky, the water, that we be blessed enough to be in their presence on this day, that they guide us in our endeavors as they have those before us, that they strengthen us in all we do. We thank you, O spirits, for your guidance, and we pray that you continue to guide our hands as we weave magic." And she shuffles everybody off to take their respective places at Matt's forge, Alohi with her, so that they can make sure that they're in the correct spot before they start dancing. But I imagine we need metal for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you begin. Everything begins. You first feel like a cooling breeze start over the area. So yeah, it is time to begin forging as this the music, the sound, the rhythms are taking place. The magic is beginning to set in here. So Anjum, you come, so yeah, Claudio, you have this set up. You I imagine you have like a crucible ready, right? Yeah, there's a crucible ready for you, Anjum. Please give me an intellect roll. You're muted if you're saying things.
That's an 18.
An 18. Okay. Yeah, easily you've created forms and things like that before, but you take just this like a part of you, and for a moment it kind of floats in the air as this like amorphous pool of silver and drops into the crucible, filling it. And you hand it off to Claudio.
Careful. You are holding 2 parts of meat. You see, 2 pounds of flesh. Was it 2 pounds of flesh? How many pounds of flesh did Shylock ask for, of Antonio?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Am I casting this? Is this a mold cast, or is this basically all freehand?
That's something we didn't exactly decide, but it seems like in this case you probably want it to be a mold, like at least start with a mold.
Start with a mold. Okay.
Yeah. So you probably have like a pressed sand mold ready to go.
Okay. And I'll set that up and pour it gently. And I imagine like we packed ice as the area is getting cold, so that I'm like, okay, now we wait.
Mhm.
Wait and let this solidify for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
as you're doing this, please just give me a might roll. Let me see what you have, any skills that are relevant here. Oh yeah, you have forging and you have assets. Your uncle gave you the tools. You have the tools and the requisite knowledge to do this. So that will ease this roll quite a bit.
So that is a 13.
A 13. That is plenty. You, as you pour in this silver and it begins to take in the mold, the as it touches the sand and everything, where you would expect molten metal to give off sparks, it's giving the same, but it's cold. It's everything, bounce, these small bouts of flame, but in like blue, and you can feel the heat being pulled into them away from the air around you. And you can see the surface of the water on the lake begin to steam just a little bit, the temperature of the lake rising in response to this. And the metal takes in the mold. Now it's time to shape it into what it will finally be.
So I imagine in the mines, there's families, there is a whole underground community, and it is not set up like the daylight world is set up. So forging and smithing and jewelry making and all these things are just as much things you learn in school as how to read and write. So I imagine Claudio is like very much back in almost the little kid meditation of okay, and going through like the mantras that he learned as a child on okay, this is how you do the first hit and this is what you want to look for, and okay, and this is the same as always.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was probably taught to you in a mnemonic that had a rhythm that the hammer is supposed to strike. So I think like you begin this meditation by like hitting the metal around the mold to get like just to get the rhythm of the sound, and then you begin hammering, like there's a song to it.
Right.
And
work songs.
And as that first strike hits, I feel like this is an image that it doesn't feel foreign. It feels, an image comes into your head of a sword being held against this fungal dragon that rises above you, a band of unlikely heroes standing up against it. The rhythm continues. You hit again. There is a different group of heroes standing against this undead king with a massive crown and staff held aloft. You keep striking at the metal, shaping it further and further. There is a massive battlefield of mages and chaos, but there is a group standing against it alone. There is, and you keep going through this, shaping this sword. What kind of sword are you making here? What's the kind of shape and use of this sword? Is it similar to a saber or a broadsword?
More like a broadsword, not overly. This is not the berserk sword, right? It's not the entire length of his body. This is like so many of the things that he has used during this. It's almost utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sword made for a job.
Yeah.
It is not a king's sword. It is not diamond encrusted and engraved. It has one job. It is made to kill, and he is doing his best to make sure that's what it can do.
Yeah. And, given it's, a cast sword, I imagine something kind of akin to like a centurion's gladius, something that was mass manufactured but effective, useful, had a good design to it. Yeah, this sword begins to take shape, and as you are putting the final touches on this sword, you feel the image of a group of heroes wielding this sword. These heroes could have been anyone, but against a massive giant on a throne in a fort floating in the sky. It's being wielded against them. And you feel those, you all four of you feel those echoes of prophecy as this ritual comes to a close. The frost has formed around the anvil. The pale blue flames have now subsided. The lake is giving off, like, steam is kind of roiling off of this. It hasn't boiled, but it definitely has taken on a lot of heat as this ritual comes to a close. The last note of the anvil struck.
How long has this taken?
You all rolled pretty well. I will say that this has taken, I imagine this probably takes hours of work.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll say it's probably been close to 3 hours at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the sword is, not complete. It doesn't have a hilt. It has just the tang and the blade, but that's what a sword is. The hilt is a decoration that can be replaced again and again. The blade is complete.
I'm so hungry.
Hoku's laying on the ground, having danced for 3 hours, face down, just in probably frost-crusted glass at this point, like,
Yeah. Alohi has been, like, sat on her butt, like, doing the motions for a while now.
Just, it's muscle memory at this point.
Yeah.
Anjum has been not so surreptitiously currently eating mud. Just like, where can I feel the silver vein? So just eating mud is wherever.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should question it at this point.
Is there any change with Bebo?
There is Bebo. Yeah, there is some change in Bebo. Damian, you notice over the course of you're the one holding Bebo. Bebo grows like easily 6 inches from the magic that is just in this place. Bebo is a full-on toddler now.
Not big.
Big.
Hey,
And
bud.
I'll start pulling out the bento boxes that were brought for folks.
Yeah. I think, the rest of the coven is easily just as tired. And gladly accepts the food.
We can't sit for long, right? One of those angels is gonna show up, right? It's gonna show up like 10 feet away.
Gonna put a finger up to his mouth. Shh. If you don't say it out loud, maybe it won't happen.
Okay.
Take the time while you can.
I take it back. I didn't say it.
Let's go eat some food with our toddler fruit.
Save me the foil. Also, we should get lasagna. I'm in the mood for lasagna.
Oh, that
Got
does
it.
sound good.
Oh yeah, and we do owe someone some churros.
Oh yeah.
We gotta summon him soon too. Yeah.
How do we know?
Churros.
I
Churros and a
Yeah.
weapon. We gotta go steal a weapon. I think I got my uncle's in here someplace.
Is
I think I
that
took my uncle's sword.
Mm-hmm.
not the weapon?
No, this is
No.
this is mine now. No,
Oh,
I got an old one. It's in good shape, but I got an old one for Big Man. What was I calling him? Tech?
tech.
Yeah, tech.
I don't remember why.
Protector.
So oh, that's right. It was churros and a sword. So I think him and I'll get along just fine. I prefer a hammer, but he asked for a sword, so that's understandable, I guess.
Focus like rubbing the frost off of her skin.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, it feels like a winter's morning. The sun is still like starting to heat up things again, but it definitely it's pretty cold.
Ugh. I'm not built for cold weather.
Yeah, Claudio will take the winter jacket that was discarded and probably put it on, what's your cousin's name?
Alohi.
Yeah, probably put it on Alohi because she is little and probably also suffering. Like,
Yeah.
okay, here you go.
She was in the thick of it with me.
Yeah, she's a little, she says, "Thank you so much." And she's just like shivering a little bit.
Yeah. You know, give her little head pats. Good job. You did so good. That was great.
We did it, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to do it again, right?
What?
We don't have to do it again. But
Okay.
with the way that, these things shake out, and I'm gonna look at Auntie Esme. I hope you took notes.
Absolutely took
Okay.
notes on this. Yes.
Yeah.
Very different from how we did it, but I like it. It worked out really well. Oh, she says, eat. Like, it's just hands you food. But yeah, you did it. You made a sword of your destiny, a sword forged in cold fire.
Good job, team. Yay.
Go team.
I'll celebrate later when I'm less tired.
Yeah,
Valid.
absolutely. Yeah, the rest of the coven, Charlie and the rest of them come up to you, Leoku, and they give you hugs. They're exhausted as well. And yeah, they also like hug Alohi. Like Adrian specifically, she just says, "You killed it, kid. You did great." And Alohi's like, "Thank you so much." Charlie says, "This was cool. We should do this again sometime."
No. No, we shouldn't. We can do other things. We can start expanding back out to other practices, but we are not forging another I'm not forging another prophecy sword. I'm not participating in the forging of any more prophecy weapons.
He
That's
says, "Yeah, I
amazing.
get it. I get that. I get that. Totally understandable." You know, I'm clearly the type of person who like gets a bug for something and I just can't stop. So I'll keep that in check for that.
Yeah. The slimes.
You start to really appreciate them after a while. I swear, like I'll bring you to a convention. I promise one won't escape next time.
We'll see.
It's never happened before. So
Wasn't this like the first slime convention?
no, it's not the first slime convention. No, this is like, I don't know, they've been doing this for like 20 years or something. It's a whole community. You'll really like everyone I know in that community.
Okay, Charlie. Pat him on the shoulder. Sure.
He's like, I can even get you set up with your own starter. You know, I wouldn't suggest one of the venomous ones.
Oh,
Are you? Do you have the slime equivalent of a sourdough starter?
You know, that's not a bad way to put it. That's a better way
Okay.
to explain it.
Didn't we drive here? Can't we go sit in a car that has a heater?
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. You get into, yeah, you absolutely, yeah, had to. Bringing an anvil took a, you know, you have the fantasy equivalent of a Ford F-150. Like,
All right. Ugh.
Any changes to the giants in the sky?
well, you can't see that from the lake, at least. You're a little far away from that, but
Gotcha.
I mean, you're like checking the, you know, like the news is keeping 24-hour coverage of the situation at the Fort of Delight. So you're not seeing anything on news feeds. No change at the moment.
Hoku's not gonna say it out loud, but she's definitely thinking. I really hope it doesn't like have like an area of effect tripwire that we gotta be there in order for them to show up. That would suck. But she's not vocalizing that.
Yeah.
Well, since we got the truck, we may as well go. We may as well go see if we can wake Tech up real quick, because unless he shrinks substantially, his big ass is gonna have to sit in the bed.
Churros.
But yeah. You think the
Churros.
smell alone will wake him up?
I don't know. But I hope so.
It'd work for me.
They are really good churros.
Yeah. You make your way over to Big Statue Royal Park, and there is a sign that says the park is closed.
This
That's
sign
fine.
can't stop me. I don't know how to read.
Exactly.
Anjum just melts the lock.
Anjum eats the chain.
Yeah, pretty much. She just
snack.
picks it up and starts just like munching on it. Like, oh, this
Like
actually will do
Twizzlers.
for now. Yep.
Nice.
They're like Haribos.
Nice.
Like, you know, the Haribos have like the sour candy strips. She's essentially eating them
Yes.
like that. It's like, oh,
Amazing.
so nice.
This is just
Absolutely.
normal now.
Mixed. These are mixed. These are not pure silver, but they'll do for now. I am hungry.
Eating
Empty.
every alloy, hoping it contains silver.
So would that be her equivalent for empty calories?
Kind of, yeah. There's going to be just a lead ingot later in the digestion.
It's okay. I have magical antacids.
But
There
yeah.
is a branch of the churro place I was talking about between us and Big Statue Park, so we stop and get the good churros.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I promised.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the good churros, not the like from frozen ones they sell at the park. No. Yeah. They are fresh and aromatic, and yeah, you make your way down to the part of the park where the great protector statue stands. And yeah, I think yeah, Claudio, you've made a little bit of connection here. So yeah, the statue's like, oh, those smell good.
Wakey, wakey, friend. I got you a sword and some churros.
All right. Is it time for me to protect the city?
If it's not real close, if it's not right now, then it's getting real close.
Okay. All right. Well, oh man, I want those churros so bad. He's like, I don't know. I never know. I'm never around when they summon me. Maybe if you think good thoughts, maybe if you think like protecting thoughts, maybe that'll work.
Oh shit, we're all gonna die? Like,
Yeah.
we need protection thoughts? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're all gonna die. We're all real tired. We're all tapped out because we just did a magic ritual to summon another fuck-ass sword. Like, and I'm thinking real hard at him.
All
Roll for
right.
panic attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What is when Claudio thinks of what a protector should look like, what does Claudio think?
It's a little hard to pick because the protector statue is right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of vaguely looks like something anyway.
Yeah.
So it's humanoid form, giant-ish.
Okay.
Strong but friendly overall.
Mm.
Like, it's yes, you can be the biggest badass there is, but that doesn't help if nobody will let you into town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna have you roll a might roll. I know it's the same either way. I just, yeah.
15.
15. Okay. He says, I don't know. It might not be enough. I'm feeling it. I feel it. I feel the protecting vibes. Like, real good, like, stand up for the city, fight for what's right kind of vibes. Maybe we need more people thinking about it. Maybe there just needs to be more.
Yeah. And I call the rest of them over. I'm like, think protector thoughts. Mostly, oh shit, we're all gonna die. Please help.
I'm gonna ask what that means, but I guess that clarifies it.
We have to panic?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Yeah, just think about what would have happened if the summoned thing had showed up during the ritual. Just think about that for a minute.
Oh no, yeah, nope, that starts.
That'll do it.
Panic
Oh, God.
spiral.
Oh, that is an unpleasant thought. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay,
that would have been
okay.
that would have been Anjum and Damian trying to keep the ritual going, or trying to keep stuff off of us so we could finish the ritual.
Not good. Not good at all. Okay.
God, I pull out my regular bong.
Protect from the city has people we love. The city is where we live. It should be protected. This place should not be smashed open by a bloody family with fucking the stupidest agenda in the universe because because they don't know when you die, lie down. Okay, no. Okay, I'm now okay. Does wanting to wreak vengeance on behalf of a city count as protect thoughts?
Kind of. Are these the thoughts that you are feeling right now?
Yeah. She's like, okay, she's like trying to, okay, like you have to protect the city. This is the city I was born in. I want to make my name on the city, and that can't happen unless the city is not there. So I need these fuckers to go down already. That she's trying very hard at the same time also not to think about her, like, once, like, what happens after this is done and what her plans are. She's trying very hard to stay in the present motivation of we need the city to actually stay for anything to happen in the future.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and give me. Yeah. Go ahead and give me. Say that's an intellect roll.
uh hmm oh, okay, that's kind of okay. That's 13.
13. Okay. Yeah. You are projecting this thought, slightly overlaid with your own personal agenda on it. But, it's there. That's common with these types of totem, these types of not totem, like spirits, that are here to serve a population. People put on what they want over it, so that's not too strange. Yeah. Damian, how are you putting out protector thoughts into this?
I think Damian is going to look at Bebo and then walk over to the statue. And I don't know if you can hear me, like you can hear Claudio, but this is Bebo. Bebo is just a baby. We have a lot of babies here. They really need someone to help them, right? And lots of little kids. There's lots of people here. We could really use your help. Right, people?
Big rock. Yeah, go ahead and give me an intellect roll.
T. 14.
14. Okay. Leihoku, how do you think protecting thoughts?
Focus on a spiral. She's like, this is my community. This is where I live. There are people here that I'm supposed to mentor and be protecting and like guiding, and they can't just cease to exist because someone else doesn't want us to exist anymore. And there are so many things still that I would like to do and see, and eventually I do want to leave. And I can't do that if we're all dead. I can't like watch Bebo grow. We can't find Damian's body. We can't get Anjum back to the regular size. I can't go get food with Claudio after all this shit is over. Can you get it together? She's yelling that at herself as much as she is the statue. Get it together.
I love that. Please give me an intellect roll.
Okay. Let's use the sushi dice. That would be funny. 12.
12. Okay. You are all here thinking more or less protecting thoughts and trying to awaken this guardian. Bebo is getting a little big for the baby Bjorn that you have Bebo lets out the biggest burp, just a big old belch. It echoes through this place. Our resident witch, I think, like instantly clocks it, as this is Bebo just let off a massive burp of magic, and it resonates in the statue, and the visage breaks away of this outer layer of stone, and this it while the statue had its own form, this feminine figure comes, still strong, big broad shoulders, like muscly arms, a more feminine figure though, like hair tied up in braids, a very like strong and non-conventional, like not what like the wider society would like come up with as like, it's just kind of the culmination of every thought you had, kind of melds into one in this moment, and like the rock melts away into the, just like vaporizes into the air as this magic just reverberates through this place, and she kind of it's up and stretches, and she's like, how about them churros?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And without looking at Bebo, like just puts out a fist. Bebo daps the statue, and
I lean over to Claudio. Am I the only? I don't remember thinking that that the statue should be hot. Were you thinking that? I mean, I wasn't intentionally thinking that. I'm always thinking, about hot women, but like I wasn't thinking about that in specific. Were you thinking that?
Not intentionally. I'm not gonna be
in,
mad about it though.
not in particular, but I guess, in a lot of media, the person who saves someone is oddly hot.
True. Here, churros, and I'll run over. And is she still 12 feet tall at least?
No, she's not quite as tall. Yeah, she is she's easily 7 feet tall. She's definitely like taller than all of you. But not quite 12 feet as the statue had. Maybe like, 4 people, well, 5 people summoning her isn't quite as powerful as a spell as when she was previously summoned, but she has a physical form now, and that's a pretty big working of magic.
I will toss her the bag of churros, and I will say, your sword's actually, here you go. Now I will toss her the sword.
She puts as many of the churros as she can into her mouth at once. They're kind of hanging out, and then she grabs the sword, and like she feels the balance of it, and she like twirls it in her hand, and she says, oh fuck yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Does some like jabbing motions, like some forms, like sharp jabs.
And I'll grab Bebo and put him above my shoulders.
Bebo is just like, higher.
Yep, just a little. You're tall now.
I'm so big.
I need you all to know that right now, all I'm thinking about is she looks like Absolute Wonder Woman, like specifically from the Absolute series, because she has this giant fuck ass broadsword. And like, yeah, I'm legit just imagining Wonder Woman with a giant fuck ass broadsword at this point.
Understandable.
So good.
Hoku's very quietly like, huh. Maybe.
I know where Leihoku's mind is going, which is so valid.
Hmm. Complete
If
inability to
anything,
make
good.
straight characters.
Where's
If
where's the
anything,
bad
good.
guys?
Back in town? Like, over the
Yeah.
capital?
Come on, we
They're
got to
not
ride.
hard to miss. Yeah, we'll take you.
Yeah. Yeah. She has to ride in the back of the truck, but yeah.
I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of eyes as we drive.
Yeah. You drive back into town and yeah, you get a lot of looks, you know. I mean, there are half giants and you know, there are people here, you know, like people of like various sizes and heights. So like a big lady with a sword, not exactly the weirdest thing, but among one of the weirder things. So you do get some looks, mostly just because she doesn't know how to act. So she's like um she's like waving and saying hi to everyone, like as you're going through town. And and yeah, so you make your way into town. Um and you make your way back to the Oasis. So I guess. Or no, where are y'all headed? Y'all heading to the fortress?
As much as I would love to see what tech can do, I think all of us are a little exhausted. Like we've eaten and we are no longer hypothermic, but
Yeah.
you know, perhaps a shower and a hot meal before we go start a fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you make your way back to the Oasis in that case. So, yeah, yeah, y'all are definitely not on one of the floors meant for people who are over, 7 feet tall. So she has to crouch a little bit, but yeah, she makes her way into Leihoku's apartment, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like Damian would be like, is it okay that we stay here again?
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm used to you all being here at this point.
Okay. If at any time it becomes a problem, it's not like I live far away.
I'd kick you out if I really had to, but
Good deal.
it's fine.
I'm gonna go put all my tools and stuff back. Hunt down my uncle real quick, carrying the toddler.
I am going to send a text to my ex and just saying that it's done, lay low. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that does not get any response. But yeah, like you definitely, yeah, no, she's not the type to have read receipts. She doesn't want anyone to know that. The fact that you can contact her is a big deal. So, yeah. But yeah, Claudio, you head back down to underneath the Oasis, and you find your uncle and with a toddler, and says, yeah, I think like sees you and like you're returning the stuff, and he sees Bebo. He says, "Damn, that kid's gotten big."
Yeah, I think he's eating the magic.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I hope That sounds like you're giving him plenty big and strong. Ain't that right, kiddo? He says, big rock smash.
Yep. I showed my uncle the new sword. That part's done at least.
Oh, that's nice. He looks down the edge of the blade and sees like how it's lined up and everything, and he says, "That's really nice." Not that I doubted you, but I kind of doubted you. He
Yeah.
says, "Not many people have been able to make a sword forged in cold fire, so consider yourself among the elite."
I mean, I already did, but now I just have proof.
Oh, okay. All right. Knock it down a peg.
Yeah. Everything's back. Everything good down here. Nothing weird. Everybody's good. Nobody's gotten in trouble.
Ugh. Yeah, not for lack of trying, but yeah, everyone seems to be all right.
All right.
You know, had a close call the other day, but we all managed to come out of it unscathed. So,
All right. I hope this wraps up in the next couple days because I really can't wait to sleep. Uh, but it one way or another, I have a feeling it's going to be the next 2 days. So
yeah, it's there's definitely seems to be a pattern of when those angels are showing up, huh?
yep, not going to say that out loud. Actually, you know what?
No,
Not going to say that out loud.
no, we're not putting anything out in the universe tonight. We can
Nope.
do that in the morning.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go get some food. Find the rest. Love you. See you later. And half hug.
Hmm.
Uh, stops in the cafeteria, grabs some apples, um, and keeps walking.
Yeah. Yeah. As the evening winds on, yeah, I mean, yeah, you have most of the day. You manage to entertain yourself during the day, and it seems to be a quiet day in the city. The ritual has gone off without a hitch. You now have the last of your prophecy items now created. And yeah, um, at some point, Tech ends up feeling a little cooped up in the place, and but it tries to make the most of being in there. And I imagine you have food, and entertain yourself as the day goes on. So I think with that, as y'all are all in Leihoku's apartment once again, the city is quiet. The camera pulls away, and in the sky, no fanfare. A small, sleek, black, diamond-shaped vessel floats gently through the clouds down into the view of seeing the city of New Portland below. The front of it opens. A creature completely robed in what seems like inky stars, like the night sky is wrapped around her, drops down silently, wordlessly, into the courtyard below, under the verdigris canopy, dwarfing the verdigris canopy even. She bears a dagger that in comparison to her is just a really long knife, but from the ground would easily be a massive sword. And she begins to walk step by slow step towards the palace, And that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's so good to be back. What a good session. So, let's go ahead and do our outros. Yeah, we'll start with Abalasha.
Hi guys. I have been Anjum Argent Khan. A lot of things happened. A lot of good things happened, and we'll see how that goes. You can find me on Blue Sky at Ombre Lesbian Night. I have a bunch of my writing pinned on there on my blog. So if you want to just like check that out, please do go check that out. I don't have another game that's coming up. But when it does, I'm definitely going to promo it here. This was really fun. As per usual, we're back. So yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I've been in Claudio Juarez, who was kind of all over the place tonight. Might have been the margaritas. We don't know. You can find me wherever you want to try and find me at Fuzzy Slippers 05. I don't have a ton going on right now streaming wise, but I believe I will have 2 podcasts coming out later in late summer or early fall. I don't know how much I can give out about that right now, so I'm not going to give out much more than one of them is Monster Hearts and one of them is Sailor Loon. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. Nico.
Hi, I'm Nico. I have been your perpetually stressed out coven leader, Leihoku. If you want to follow me on social media, I am mostly on Blue Sky at InkyToeBeans. You can find me in other places under the same username, but like those are all private. You're not going to get anything fun out of those. I also don't have anything much going on except surviving. So we'll see you next time.
Fair enough. Yeah. Soliloquy.
Hey friends, I am Soliloquy or Jaden. You can find me everywhere online as FatSapphicBro. I mostly post on TikTok and Patreon. I'm here on Twitch most Sundays, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., most Mondays, 6 to 9 p.m., and most Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m., all Pacific time, but not the last 7 days of each month. All the details are in the announcements. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And I'm Archangelic. You can find me here at all the time Soliloquy said in the announcements. You can also find many links for me on my website, archangelic.space. I do professional GMing on startplaying.games. So if you are interested in having me GM a game for you, please book me at startplaying.games/GM/archangelic. That link is also on my website. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube. The link is in the channel description and it's also in our link tree. Thank you, wonderful players, for being here. It was a great session. Thank you to our wonderful audience for joining us. And lastly, thank you to our producer, Polyguys, for helping us stream this show. We all appreciate you and we couldn't do it without you. And with that, as always, we love you and we hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.